Yet another week has passed, bringing us a delightfully entertaining torrent of stupidity from our stupid politicians, stupid media, and stupid people. Our world is driven by politics over principle, social justice over actual justice, virtue signaling over actual virtue. This past 168 hours could be a mirror for us into which we can gaze back into our own folly, self-righteousness, and abject stupidity. The problem is, instead of seeing it for what it is, we double down on it all as if one day there will be a true winner in these never-ending salvos of stupid. Because as it turns out, there is no virtue, no principle, and no justice in our ideological bullshit, after all.
This is not mind control. Think about it.
And kicking it all off this week, Bloomingdale's department store, not exactly what I would call a bastion of right-wing conservatism, had the audacity to include a t-shirt in its inventory, emblazoned with the clearly upsetting moniker, fake news. Well, thank the gods for the hawk-like eyes of Allison Caden, a journalist at New York City's CW affiliate PIX11, who blasted the company for this brutal assault on journalism. In a viral tweet, Caden made her outrage known to the bigoted journalism hate-mongers at the high-end department store, saying, "Hey Bloomingdale's, this isn't funny or fashionable. It further delegitimizes hard-working journalists who bring real news to their communities." The reply from Bloomingdale's was swift and just when they tweeted, "Thank you for bringing this to our attention. We apologize for any offense we may have caused. We take this feedback very seriously and are working quickly to remove this t-shirt. Again, thank you for taking the time to alert us." Just fills you with anger, doesn't it? I mean, I know I want to pick up a sign denouncing the bastardly Bloomingdale's and join the fight by walking in big circles in front of their store and chanting, "Fake news shirts cause real violence. Fake news shirts cause real violence. Fake news shirts cause real violence." Last week we reported on the ever-dynamic Democrat disaster in Virginia that continues to entertain and amaze. First, we had the governor endorsing infanticide, and then a photo of him in either blackface or a Klan hood and robes emerged. Then he denied it was him. Then he admitted it was him. Then he admitted that he had participated in a dance contest in blackface. Calls for his resignation ensued. Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax was set to be his replacement. Then sexual assault allegations rose against Fairfax. He denied it. Then yet another allegation of sexual misconduct came. His party was nearly silent on all of it, even in the wake of their outrage over the same allegations leveled at Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh and the psycho circus that followed. And during all of this, the Virginia Attorney General Mark Herring gave us a red herring by also calling for Governor Northam's resignation. Then he comes out and admits that 35 years ago, he had dressed himself as his favorite rapper, Curtis Blow, which included blackface. I think all of this is ridiculous enough to speak for itself. Moving on. And on this week's The Left is Eating Itself segment, a nice loony lefty lettuce wrap on a steaming plate of vegan virtue. Drum roll, please. Lesbian activist faces leftist fury after misgendering a male rapist. Julia Beck, a lesbian activist, called down the wrath of the gods of identitarianism after she blasphemously referred to a convicted rapist using the wrong pronoun. Now, the whole point of this show is to expose the stupid where it lives, and I have seen some of the most fabulously executed stupid the world has ever known. But the details of this story defy the universally accepted norms of stupid to a degree that even experts would have never thought possible. Are you ready for stupid on a scale that defies all conventional understanding of stupid? Yeah? You've been warned. The convicted rapist based on gender identity, was transferred to and is serving time in a female prison, where he then sexually assaulted 2 female prisoners. And if you thought this story couldn't get any weirder, Beck told her story while on a discussion panel at the Heritage Foundation. You know, one of those right-wing, hate-filled, systemically oppressive, bigot-filled institutions that should be razed to the ground for crimes against the downtrodden? Yeah, that Heritage Foundation. I got kicked off of the Baltimore mayor's LGBTQ commission as the only lesbian simply for stating biological facts, she said. After a months-long witch hunt, I was found guilty of violence. My crime? Using male pronouns to talk about a convicted male rapist who identifies as transgender and prefers female pronouns. The lesbian activist was brought before the Baltimore Transgender Alliance to have her fitness as a leader assessed, and she describes her experience as, quote, worse than you can imagine. The president of the BTA, who is a man that identifies as a woman and a lesbian, accused Beck of transphobia, and everything went downhill from there. Quote, biological sex was a thing of the past, she described one man in the meeting as saying. Her response was, how can we be homosexual if sex is fake? After her experience at the BTA meeting, Beck accused the T in LGBTQ of entirely eclipsing the L, G, and B, with their focus eclipsing the L. And that's it for 7 Days in Stupid for the second week of February 2019. I actually found plenty more stupid out there that we could have gone through, but my God, I thought that these 3 kind of were stupid enough to say everything that needed to be said.
Asshole! You're an asshole! And you know it!